Well, I guess Jay-Z and Beyoncé had time today.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up, y'all? Guys, there's been a lot of things that have been going on. Jaguar Wright was on Piers Morgan's show Uncensored. She went up there, she said a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. But one of the things she did end up saying was throwing Beyonce and Jay-Z, yes, Beyonce and Jay-Z under the bus, making some very, very shocking claims. Now, we watched this as a family on the main channel. We watched the whole doggone thing. All of us were very much shocked on all the things that she was saying, not only just the things about what she said with Diddy, but the things that she was saying about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and a bunch of other names that she dropped in this wild and eye-opening interview. Now, the thing is Piers Morgan went a day or two later on his show, and he basically said, yeah, he received a letter, a demand letter, cease and desist from Beyonce and Jay-Z's lawyers, basically telling him that, keep their names out his mouth. Now, this is a very interesting thing, okay, in my personal opinion, because at the same time, this is Jaguar Wright that actually said these things, not Piers Morgan. But we're going to talk about that in just a second, because there were some things that Piers Morgan could have done to avoid this from ever coming back and biting him in the butt. We're going to get into that in a second. But let's take a look at this video. Okay, I'm going to cut in and out because, for fair use and all that stuff. But he is basically saying, hey, we apologize to Beyonce and Jay-Z for letting Jaguar Wright say what she said. So let's hear what he says here.
The shocking allegations leveled at Sean Diddy Combs have burst the floodgates on salacious claims about an industry many people believe harbored a monster. Understandably, the internet's ablaze with claims about these events and whether other powerful figures were involved too. Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
Now, hold on. I'm going to roll this back a little bit because, of course, we have to talk about this. Yes. Okay, she has her own platform, absolutely. She has a spot where she can go and speak and say whatever the hell she wants on her own platform or on other YouTubers and all that stuff, on other YouTube or content creator platforms. But let's just be completely straight funky. This is Piers Morgan. This is a massive TV show and a massive show online as well. This is not just a show that is just, a couple YouTubers, that have a couple thousand followers, so on and so forth. Don't forget to hit the membership and all that stuff. I mean, I do it too, right? But we are like, us out here are nowhere at the level that Piers Morgan is at. Of course, as well, he's got a network behind him, multi-million-dollar networks and businesses that support his show and this show gets pumped into millions of not only just millions of YouTube or millions of phones or internet viewers, but on millions of TV shows, right? Or TV sets as well. So when we look at something like this, it's like, okay, Piers Morgan, I understand bringing Jaguar Wright onto the show, and I get that this is uncensored. That's what the show's all about. But at the same time, there are certain things that are being said that have no merit, that you have no proof on. And so why not edit that stuff out before it airs for the rest of the world to see? Now, I get it, though, Piers. I do get it that this is an opportunity to get more views. I understand that the media not only pumps out the news, but they pump out things that have more clickbait ability, more salaciousness, more interest into watching that interview, because it's like, oh man, you got to see this video or this interview with Jaguar Wright. you won't believe what she says in this interview. So of course, people will click on it because of the things that she's saying, not only just about Diddy, but about other stars as well. Again, in this kind of situation, you had a choice before it was uploaded and put out here for the rest of the world to see. Live on TV, that's one thing. You can't control Jaguar Wright in what she says. If she's going to talk wireless, right? If she's going to talk wild on the microphone, you have no control over that. But when it gets posted online elsewhere, yeah, you have an opportunity to cut those things out. Not only just to save your own butt, but at the same time, if you feel like that is not right for her to say, then maybe that's something that shouldn't have been posted. Just something to think about. Again, I get it. The show's called Uncensored. You let the people say what they need to say. I get it. But at the same time, I don't know. When you got big, powerful names like Jay-Z and Beyoncé who got time, okay, they got money, resources, and time, they're going to definitely shut somebody down real quick, like Piers Morgan, like this show, which is very, very interesting. Let's continue.
During that interview, as I said, in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves.
Right.
But now they have.
Now, here's the thing. It is true that because I know that now he has edited out the video or had edited out that part of the video. But he did say, hey, Beyonce and Jay-Z are not here to speak on their behalf. As soon as Jaguar Wright said the shocking claims that she said, talking about how they got bodies, etc., that they're very nasty people, they're very dangerous people, so on and so forth. He was quick to sit there and say, no, now Beyonce and Jay-Z are not here to speak on these claims. They're not here to speak on their behalves. But at the same time, that stuff, what she said is still out there, or was out there, after this aired.
Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview.
There it is.
Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
Now, here, listen, I'm going to be real, okay? There were plenty of opportunities before this aired for him or his team to edit certain things out. Yes, I get it that they live along the lines of this is uncensored, this is raw, and what people are going to say are what people are going to say. But at the same time, you also got to remember that with any person, you clearly can see that anyone who's circulating around or that is in Diddy's orbit right now, the Justin Biebers, the Ashton Kutchers, all the names that are out here that are all connected to Diddy, they're all right now very, very sensitive. So any person, especially somebody like Jaguar Wright, who's been saying things for a long time, okay, and you bring her onto your show, for a fact they're hypersensitive now, even more when it comes to their name in association with Diddy. Now you got Jaguar Wright saying these crazy things that like she's been saying, okay? And we don't know if she's saying everything that's 100% accurate or if she's just saying things, if she's talking wild. We don't know. But we do know that these celebrities are not cool with this stuff, and they're doing everything they can to distance themselves from the situation. Had it been just Jaguar Wright talking only about Diddy and just what the bad and nasty things that he's done, okay, or what he's allegedly done, this may be a different story. But that's not the case here. And I will also say this too, because some people might sit there and go, well, why aren't they going after all these other, YouTubers, content creators that are out here talking crazy as well, talking wild with no facts, no documents, no lawsuits, no proof whatsoever? It's because of this. One, Piers Morgan he's a very, very rich man. Okay. He works and is under a very wealthy and very multi-million-dollar company that helps fuel his show and fund his show to be out there. He's also on TV, not only just on YouTube, but he's also on TV. These YouTubers, though, I mean, we make chicken scratch in comparison to what Piers Morgan makes out here. Okay, so of course, it sounds like Jay-Z and Beyoncé, or at least their legal team, is picking and choosing, and maybe in this case, choosing very wisely. Because if you really think about it, if they're going after Piers Morgan here, this is a huge signal for every other person that's maybe talking crazy on Jay-Z and Beyonce to not say anything bad, or to not make things up, to not put their names in their mouths, right? So this is very interesting. Okay, again, like I said, YouTubers, unless you like a big YouTuber, like you making millions and millions of dollars, you crushing it in the game. That might be one thing, but it's rare to see a Tasha K v Cardi B type of situation go down, because let's be real, a lot of the YouTubers out here aren't making money like Tasha K is making, I guess. I mean, there's some that are out here, but like I said, it's just something to think about, okay? But I think they're making an example out of Piers Morgan and basically trying to say, hey, keep me and my wife's name out your damn mouth. And this is also, he's saying this, they're both saying this to every single person that's out here possibly talking crazy, talking wild, talking without any proof of wrongdoing. They're basically trying to say, hey, we're attacking him. We told him to shut up, and he's shutting up now. This also means you need to shut up too, y'all. But what say you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is just? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think Piers Morgan should be able to have whatever person on his show to speak? That's the other thing too. What I find also interesting as well, and this is the other question I have as well, and maybe somebody can answer this. Why not attack Jaguar Wright and not Piers Morgan? Because Piers Morgan's not the one who actually said these things. He just allowed it on his show. He's kind of like the messenger. So I'm curious, why not go after Jaguar Wright, unless they've already gone after her before and it's just not changed anything. But that's a question I have for you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button. Most definitely hit that follow button if you're watching on other platforms. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.